Alrighty guys, welcome back. It's your host ID Jester. We're going to play Roman Roll here. This is going to be part one. We're probably going to have several different videos here if we, depending on how long this takes and how we're doing. But pretty interesting game. This is a game by David Turczi and Nick Shaw. And it has a really good solo mode, so it's pretty interesting. It's all about, trying to rebuild Rome. And so we're open to do that today. And this time we're going to be playing the random faction is Patricia, noble matron of an ancient family, great at manipulating the dice to their whim. Starts with extra loyalty. You can see some of our loyalty pieces are crossed off there. So Patricia is what we are, the noble matron of the ancient family. Sounds good. Alright, very similar kind of setup as we had last time. We have the training grounds and the engineering post at the army. We have the villa and the market and urban. We have the plaza and the shrine. Plaza for leisure, shrine for religious. We have the brick maker and the jewelry for manufacturing, and then the arena and the ludus for gladiatorial. We have our gladiatorial over here. We have our scoring cards like we did last time. First person to get certain tokens on their board will get these cards. We also, and I know I didn't cover this last time, but there are 3 extras that you use when you use the gladiator. The first one is entertain populace, awarded at the end of the game to the owner with the most non-ludist buildings adjacent to the ludi. If players are tied for most adjacent buildings, no one gets this bonus. So building adjacent to ludist buildings are going to earn you some points. And that's worth 3. Alright, we also have awarded at the first time of building to the player who builds the first arena. So first player builds it gets 3 victory points. Last but not least, we have the winning school awarded at the end of the game to the owner of the most ludi wins, so the most X's and O's. If you are on that side and when it wins, you will get a point, and if you have more wins than losses, or whoever has the most wins, I guess, awarded at the end of the game for the owner with the most ludi from the school with the most wins. If ties and wins, earlier victory breaks the die. If players tied for most ludi, no player gets the bonus. So 3 victory points for this, 3 victory points for building adjacent to the ludus building, and then 3 points if you can build the arena before everybody else. Alright, we also have the 3 gods. We have Jupiter, Mercury, and Mars. And once again, the AI gets to start with one of these cards. So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's Jupiter. So he will take Jupiter. He doesn't do anything with it other than he basically just keeps it away from us. And then these 2 will come back here, and we can try to earn those cards when we can. Alright, I'll just stack those right there. It's fine, I guess. Alright. So the thing about our character here, let's look at this. We have 3 advisors that are different than everyone else. This side of the board is the same. This is all the same. This is all the same. The only thing that are different are this and whether or not you start with certain resources or whatever. So our advisors is Martellius. He's already got 1 marked off, and if we get another one, then we can spend fish or jewelry, store yard, and so I could spend fish or jewelry out of our store yard, and I can set the claimed blue or yellow dye to any face. So when I claim a blue dye or a yellow dye, I can change it to whatever face I want. And then we get 3 or 4. May spend a fish or jewelry storage yard to set a claimed red die to any face. So we can do the same thing with the red die. Then we have Amphibious. So after 2, we get dice with a spear or hammer. Gain an additional spear. And then 3 and 4, dice with a spear or hammer. Gain an additional spear. So a total of +2. So each of those are how you're going to be conquering your different territories. And then Palinurus, I think. Pay no fish when moving your overseer. So normally, it's when you move your overseer 1 space for free, and then if you have to move it into another building, it costs you 1 fish for every building. This would allow us to do that for free. And then dice with a hammer gain an architect as well. So free dice with the hammer would become an architect. So that's 1 free resource. Or we can build where the architects are, or where the other overseers are. So we have the neutral one, the white one. He's going to start here in the training grounds. And then the orange player, which is our opponent, is going to start on the shrine, the religious building. And then we're going to put our guy out here the first time we decide to build. And we are going to be the green team. Go green. So green it is. All right, so we are set. We have the advisors, the public advisors over here. And I think we're set. So we have our 2 blue, 2 yellow, and a red. And then the black die is for the Colosseum. Let's see what we get. Alrighty, so we got this, which is, that's a good question. What is that one? Let's see what that die face is. Alright, so that is, if you take the tax, no. Yes, the tax or trade action, then you can add a gladiator. A tax or a trade action. So, tax or a trade action. For that, we have these, this, and this. Alright, we get to go first. Fish are obviously very good for us. A fish and a wood and a little hammer. He's got a really good chance of taking the red die. So the red die is probably not going to make it back around to me. So if I want the red die, now's the chance to get it. Which will give me a fish, and then that other one is the merchant. And then a auxiliary. So that's interesting. Does that give me an auxiliary then? Let's see. That's a good question. It's a great question, actually. So let me look at this here. Merchant action. What the hell is that all about? Trade, tax, expand, conquer, raise legions, and construct. Alright, so what does this merchant action give you then? The legionnaire, I know what that does, builder, architect, and any worker, but what does the merchant give you? That is a great question. I don't think we've ever come across that issue from last time. Oh, great. First one, we're going to have to figure this out again. Okay, that's fine. Let's see, does our player board show that action? There is under trade and under tax. Okay, so tax, let's see here. Or trade, let's see. Any die can be discarded to perform this action. A trade action consists of two parts. You must perform one part. Spend 3 identical resources from your storage yard. And gain 3 coins. Coins are like victory points at the end of the game. Okay. I see where it's going. Alright, probably don't need that. There's other ones that have fish and wood and a build action. So, I think we're gonna grab this. We're gonna grab this one. All right, let's see what he is gonna do. He's gonna do even, odd, even. So he's gonna grab this, and what he does is he looks at this number as either one of these blue dice. Does it have this number? No, then he just starts counting up. 4, 5, 6. Oh, we got to 6, so he takes that one. Then he gets to go again. Even, odd. Even, he's going to take the other blue one. Okay, so we get our choice as it comes back to us. More fish, stone, and legions. Yeah, I think we're going to take both the yellow dice. I need to... I need to figure out what that... Is that going to give us... That's the one thing I was wondering... Alright, I'm just looking to see. Okay, here we go. Auxiliary actions are spent as part of a conquest action. In this regard, they work like resources, but they can never be stored. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Each auxiliary icon can only be used once, and only on the turn it was generated. So you generate one, it'll help you conquer other areas, but you can't store this. And we can't, if we're not going to conquer this turn, then there's no sense in using that. Okay, that's what I thought. Alrighty. So we get to go, yeah, we're definitely going to ignore that die. Alright, we get to go first, and we're probably going to do my famous one move right off the bat. It's going to cost a wood. Alright, we are going to use this die first. Put this over. Let's see. How are we going to do this? So we either die. Alright, so we'll activate this die. Nope. We'll activate. Yeah. Right, I could use the fish for that. Okay. I am going to use the fish from this guy immediately to fill in this spot. So we will get to change this die to any face we want if we spend a fish. We have to have a fish or jewelry over here. That's right. We can't just do that. Right. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna use the builder action, construct action, and I'm gonna construct the ludus. And the ludus costs 1 wood, and I do have a wood right there. So let's use that wood. Sounds like a plan. So where would we like to build the ludus? I think we're going to build the ludus right here. And we're going to make this an X building. Alright, so we have to immediately sign an X or an O. And that was our wood, our fish we used, and our build action we used. We're done. That was actually pretty quick for us. That was really quick. Alright, so let's see what he is going to do now. He just ignores the die. He flips up his card and does. She's going to try and construct a religious building. We only have one. And put rubble in Capitino in this, which is here. Alright, and he can. He tries to build it adjacent to Rome. If it's a hill adjacent to the main area, the forum. If it's a hill adjacent to the forum, then he tries to put a part of it on there as long as he can put it adjacent to us, which he can. And I better make sure I do this right. He's going to put rubble. He just rubbles that area. Okay. And when he does that, and he builds adjacent to us, though, he's going to be building this. Like, right, we ignore this. He's going to be building it like this. So I've got to undo that. And see how he wants to do this here. It's going to be in this shape. We can, of course, rotate it on all that. I could put it like boom, 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 but then that's going to completely surround me. I wanted to get more buildings adjacent to me. So, that is going to be a problem. All right, I'm going to build him like this. He's adjacent to the forum. He's also adjacent to us. This is a rubble. All right. Now, because he built adjacent to us, we can activate our building, which is assign a gladiator. So we're going to assign a gladiator. And what I'm going to assign is I'm going to take my X here and take 2 fishes. And we got a fish, and we got another fish. We are fishy fishies. Oh, I should have put this here as well. And, good Lord, I'm forgetting everything. I build a building so that gets underlined. Alright. And now he built adjacent to me, so we activate my building. My building is to assign a gladiator, which I just did. And I believe that is it. The other thing is we get to move our little meeples. I got to move mine here. He's going to move his guy there. But that, I believe, is it. No, because he gets a bonus action. He's going to bribe a public advisor. Bribe a public advisor. Lovely. Bribing the old public advisors. All right. There are 3 public advisors, and any player can bribe using a bribe-free action. Remember, you can only bribe 1 advisor. When you gain a resource and cannot use a resource in your storage, you must immediately use the ones you got off the die. Okay, now let's see. How does the AI going to determine how he would like to... Oh, I think he just... Right, he goes... Right, I remember. He does very simply... Right. AF. Where's the bribing? So Seneca bribes the public advisor. He has the fewest marks. If there's a die, he chooses alphabetically Forania, then Lucanius, and then Marcus. So he is simply going to mark this off as I think it's doesn't tell us. No. Private public advisor. All right, so I think he just takes Lucanius. No, he takes Florania. We're going to put these alphabetically. F, then L, then M. Oh, there we go. So he's just simply going to mark this off. I'm just trying to make sure. Okay, an easy difficulty will score 2 in the first mark for each advisor, 4 in the second mark, and hard difficulty will be 3 and 5. Okay, so he gets 2 here. Lovely. All right, so there we did his action. And he is done. And now it comes back to our turn. Okay. So, I don't need this side of the dice, so I could spend a fish. Let's remember we're on the 3 side. We're on the 3 side. Do an architect and jewelry. This one will get us some more wood. Another build action. Another fish and another build action. What do we want to build is the next thing. What do we want to build if it's available for us to build? So I need 2 bricks and a wood. So here's a brick and a wood. There's a brick and a wood and a build action. This might be the side if we want to build the engineering post. The engineering post might be a great spot. So I'm going to activate Martellius. I can spend a fish to set a claimed blue or yellow die to any face. I'm going to put it on this face. And there goes our fish. Bye-bye, fishy. All right. And I got a wood and a brick, and I need another brick. So that brick is gone. And I can build my engineering post. My engineering post has no requirements. If it's got a little explanation point, then it's a requirement. It doesn't have any. I do need to move my little guy over there. And it's going to be a 2x2 area. So I'm just going to slide this guy out of the way for a second. He is standing on that. And I'm going to build right here and here and here. This is a engineering post, EP. Engineering post, EP. Okay, and then I will move on to my engineering post. And I believe if I build adjacent to him, let's just double check here. I believe if I build adjacent to him, his little rubble will change to a park. Is that not true? Let's see. Right, so that's gladiators, right. I don't care about that. Okay. Oh, it wasn't in this book, right. You have to see what we do when we build here. Adjacent to this guy here, right, okay. Yeah, see there, boom, boom, boom. Right, da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, if it says here in the example, later the player builds a camp next to the previously drawn rubble. This gains the player a senator and converts the rubble into a park. Okay, so because I built adjacent to him, I'm going to put a plus symbol in each of these that show that they were converted into a park, which is good. And because we're adjacent to a person, we can grab a senator. And then because we're adjacent to our building, we can activate it, which is assign a matching gladiator. And I would love to assign a gladiator. That would be so cool. I could either do, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the gladiator right there and take us a legion. All right, and that is my, let's see, so that was to-do and the brick. So those two in the brick. Built it, right? Okay, all the resources are spent, so I just don't want to go anything. And then, of course, he gets his next die. He's going to try to conquer. Let's look at conquer. Constructing, we conquering. Our Seneca conquers the first available settlement in the region with the fewest settlements currently conquered. If regions are tied, choose in priority. He wants to do the jewelry one first, which is this one. So he's going to conquer this person right there. And let's just make sure he doesn't do anything special with that. Seneca conquers the first available settlement in the region with the fewest settlements. If the regions are tied, choose a priority from jewelry to fish, then bricks, then wood. If tied within the region, choose the lowest value within the settlement, then the next lowest, and then so on and so on and so on. That's pretty much all it says. So that's pretty much, I think, what he's doing. But he also gets... I'm going to move... I'm just going to put his God card up over there. And now he gets a bonus as... Oh, he gets to assign 2 gladiators. Let's see how he wants to assign his gladiators. Now, this is where it's going to be a little more difficult. All right. Alright, so that is assigning gladiators. Let's see what he does. Alright, when placing gladiators, Seneca does not gain the depicted resource on the Colosseum grid. Instead, each grid shows a number indicating how many Seneca will score when the fight resolves. When a gladiator fight is resolved, you gain coins for your gladiator from the winning school as usual. For Seneca, add up the value of all the squares in the grid in which Seneca's gladiators match the winning school. Write the total in the space below the respective victory banners. Alright, the fight ends in a draw, blah blah blah. Okay, so how does he decide? Oh, he will do Britannica second. So he'll do Asia Minor, then Britannica, then Hispania. Alright, and then this one and then that one. I'm actually starting to remember this. Okay, so... He ignores the gladiator die, so we don't have to worry about that, but... Oh, here. Assigning a gladiator. Seneca will assign 1 gladiator to the Colosseum. Draw a symbol that completes a line of 3 matching symbols if possible. Oh, so he will... Seneca will, he will put an X there. Boom. And complete the... He will complete it. So now we just have to figure out how to score this. When a gladiator fight is resolved, you gain coins for your gladiator from the winning school as usual. So I have 2. So let's see. Alright, so the winner of this fight is X. So assign a gladiator. Seneca will assign a gladiator to the Colosseum. Draw a line that completes a line of 3 matching symbols if possible. Resolve the fight is normal. If not, he draws the symbol matching the school that occurs the least on the grid into whichever space has the highest number. Alright, so... Instead, each grid square shows what he will score when the fight resolves. When a gladiator fight is resolved, you gain coins for your gladiators from the winning school as usual. So we gain 2 coins because we have 2 gladiators. 2 there. All right. For Seneca, add up the value in all squares in the grid in which Seneca's gladiators match the winning school. That's a 4. Write the total on the space below the respective victory banner. Okay. So he keeps track this way. He scored 4 points there. All right. All right, and then this gets wiped out. All right. And then I think he was, he's assigning 2 gladiators. So he assigned 1. We scored that. We wipe it out, and then I think we assign another one. So draw a symbol that completes. He doesn't have one. Draw a symbol that matches the school that occurs the least. If the gladiator schools are tied for which are the fewest, roll a d6. Roll a d6. Odd is O, evens are X. So he's going to draw an X. And he's going to draw it in the highest numbered square. So he's going to put an X right there. That is his second gladiator. Oh, wait. Assign 2 gladiators. I didn't see that. That was... Okay, sorry. Hang on. Seneca will assign 2 gladiators to the Colosseum. Draw a symbol that matches the school that occurs the least... Oh, actually, hang on. Assign 2 gladiators, which is what he's doing. Seneca will assign 2 gladiators to the Colosseum. Draw a symbol that matches the school that occurs the least on the grid in whichever square has the highest number. Oh, so you know what? Everyone calm down. We're going to have to undo everything I just did. Put me back here. You come back. I had this one and this one. He is now going to draw the symbol that matches the school that occurs the least on the grid and whichever square is the highest number in it. So he's going to go O and O. He's going to try and outduel me for this. He places in the square with the highest number in it. Starting from the top. Okay, I think we did that right, so I don't get my coins. That hasn't scored now, and we're still competing over it. But his bonus actions are done. So that is done. We are this comes back over there. I am there, and this is there, and we will move on. Here we go. So I need a new one of these. Oh, wait, I need a new one of these first, and a new one of these, and then a new one of these, and a new one of these. Alrighty, how is everyone doing? Some Roman roll. What a great little game. This is super cool. Alright, so we have for the gladiators, you would be able to put a gladiator. All you have to do is, what is that action? Oh my god, what is that action? It is take a construct action. Oh, that is perfect. Taking construct action, then you can put a gladiator. Alright, so we got a couple yellows and a couple of greens and a red with 2 fish. And if I was to get some more guys. All right, well, let's see what he does. He's going to do even, odd, even. So he's going to take the blue die. He's going to go 4, 5, 6. He's going to take that one. All right. That's got 3 resources on it. That's not bad. That's got an architect and some jewelry. He could construct, and if he builds a gladiator, he could win that and steal it from us. That's not very nice at all. He could do that. Two wood and a brick. Could start gathering some resources. All right. What are we going to do? I have a wood and a fish. So I would need 2 bricks and a wood, which is this one. Then I could build the gladiator. Or the gladiator. I could build the arena. So I'm going to take this. And then we get the second die before he does anything. And then, of course, we're going to need a build option. So let's take this. Although an architect would make it 1 cheaper. And I would get a jewelry, which means I can start putting that here to build that. So maybe, that's too, yeah, I'm going to take this. All right, and he's going to go even, odd. He's going to take the yellow one. Okay, poor red one. Nobody likes the red ones. Nobody wants the red ones. All right, so he's going to take this die and he's going to expand. Oh my gosh, what is he expanding to? This actually might be a, let's see. Seneca renovates the first available road closest to Rome in the region with the fewest roads currently renovated. If regions are tied, Seneca will connect to his own settlements rather than yours, which is what he's going to do. Because he has his settlement right here. He's going to construct this road right there because that connects back to Rome. And he's going to get... What is he going to get for this? He is... Just says Seneca renovates the first available road. Closest to Rome, the region with the fewest roads currently renovated. If regions are tied, Seneca will connect to his own settlements rather than yours, if possible. If regions are tied, choose in priority order of production type. If tied within the region, choose the road with the fewest milestones. If still tied, Seneca will connect to his own settlement rather than yours, if possible. And finally, if still tied, you may choose which road Seneca renovates. This action does gain you the region's resource if a road Seneca renovates connects to a settlement you conquered as per the normal rules. Okay, well, he's just expanding, and he takes this. But I don't think he does anything with that other than, takes it away from us. And I hope he does not get a gladiator. Bribe a public official. All right, that's going to be another 2 right there. And that's fine. That is absolutely fine. All right, lovely. So, you know what? We don't have the, we don't have the resources yet. Wood, brick, brick. Oh, I'm gonna hope he doesn't build it over here because I have to get the resources, then build it. Okay. So we're gonna just get the resources, which is not his color. Get out of here. We're gonna get a brick. We're gonna get a wood, and we're gonna get another wood. So we got a brick, 3 wood, and a fish. And that's all we're doing is just getting resources. So what is he going to do with this die? Let's hope he's not constructing. No, he's going to expand again. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. He can expand all he wants. All right, so the question is, would he just go to the next road, down the same road? Is a great question. So he is expanding. Let's see what it says here. All right. Yeah, if we could actually do that sometime and get some stone, we would be able to do that. All right, once the room was built. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't specifically say. So, I think he would. I think he would build the next road because that's going to give him 2 of those things. I'm not sure if he scores those at the end of the game or not. And no gladiator. Oh, resting. Good. You need to rest, jerk, because we might be able to do both things here. We are probably going to be able to do both things, which is going to be so cool. Okay. Great. So, this gives me a jewelry. And an architect, which means we can build it for 1 resource cheaper. So we have 2 wood. So, get rid of that pen. A wood and a wood. And a brick. And the architect is going to do the other brick. The architect is going to do the second brick. All right. And I got a jewelry. Let's immediately spend the jewelry. I am going to do this option right there. So I spent the jewelry. We can also do that Legion's action, but it's not going to come in. All right. So the Gladiator School is a little U-shaped building, and I'm going to actually build that. do I want to do this? Is the question. I cannot do it so it overlaps that. I'm probably not going to be able to build it next to him. So I'm going to build it like this. And that is the AR for arena. AR is the arena. Okay. So it can't be built using Saturn, which is one of the gods. We didn't, obviously. Now, it has an automatic ability. All players may construct a ludus free for you, and the others must pay for it. So we can build a free ludus. Oh, wait, before we do that, we built adjacent to our ludus, which means we can put out a gladiator. And guess what? We're going to put out a gladiator. And the gladiator we're going to put out is going to give me an iron. And we're going to win. X is going to win. And move that off the board. Sorry, Mr. O Boy. Sorry, Mr. O Boy. And we built adjacent to our engineering post. Although the engineering post does not have any build options, so it didn't really matter. And so it is our turn. And then, so that was built. Okay, now we get to build a free ludus. But if we build another X ludus, it's going to cost us 1 extra fish for every one of those X's already out there. So we could spend our fish to make it another X. Or we could just put it as an O, and there's no other O's, so it'd be the first O on the board. And since there's nothing there, we don't really care. And if we're going to build adjacent to this one, we might want to... yeah, let's put it as an O. So I'm going to build my ludus. Oh, I actually have to move here. But then, before I build, I'm going to move here, and I'm going to actually build it right here. This is going to be an O. And it's going to be an O right there. And we're going to put the O. Ooh, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do? Some bricks would be nice. Some more fish would be nice. More jewelry would get us a thing. Another gladiator. We could probably go and conquer some stuff. That is an option. We have 1 iron, 1 fish, and 1 wood left. So getting some more resources, some more bricks, might not be a bad choice. We're going to put our O right here and take 2 bricks. Brick. All right. And that was our free build, ludus. We also get the 3 victory points for the player who builds the first arena gets this card. That'll be ours. Thank you very much. We're going to put that over here with us. And it's for us, not for anyone else. Does the AI build a free ludus now? Or does the AI build a ludus if we do the arena? I have a feeling he doesn't do that. I use this, I use this, I use this, so that die is done, and I think what we're going to do is call this an episode for now. We've been going for about almost an hour, so I think it's a good time to call it a episode. So we got a couple turns in. You can see how things are progressing. No. Oh, that's what I was gonna. I'm kind of. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. This has got to come over here. All right, so yeah, I think that's a pretty good start to another game. Again, I'm just trying to investigate this game a little bit, trying to find out what makes this game tick, and just trying different things and learning different things as we play it. And I really like it. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun to kind of a lot of strategy going on with what buildings, getting the right resources, and trying to unlock your advisors and watching the AI just do things while going like, I wish I could just do things. But it's still super cool. I like it a lot. It's just a lot of fun to try it out. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon. Until then, take care of yourselves, and don't you forget, I will see you all down the line. Take care, everybody. See you soon.